Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Oh, sitting at the table. Here we go. So, just the fact that I'm sitting here probably means that you know what I am going to be speaking about. It's really surprising how many requests I've gotten from people that said, hey man, Duff, that Alleycat race, New York City Alleycat race, that was insanity. I'm really surprised you haven't done a video on it yet. You know, I'd really like to know what you think. And I mean, if you've seen my channel and you've seen my videos when I talk about responsible riding and rider safety, all that kind of stuff, and safety of the general public in relation to riders, you already know what I am thinking about that event. I saw Ian during his live stream from the forest, Speedy Feet Ian, who generally speaking, you know, he's always encouraged safe riding and limited speeds and all that kind of stuff. But he, pretty strong language, condemned what went on there in New York City for the Alleycat race. So those of you that don't know, and if you don't know what it is, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. I am not a great historian of the Alleycat event in New York City, but from what I understand, it's something that has been going on with cyclists for a long time, where basically the goal is to crisscross the city, hitting checkpoints and getting back to the home base after hitting those checkpoints as quickly as possible. It seems like there are no real rules other than you just have to get to those checkpoints as quickly as possible. Whether that means ignoring pedestrians, cyclists, cars, traffic control devices, you ignore all of it. And you just try to do it as quickly as possible. So someone, I'm not sure whose idea it was, up there had the idea, hey man, wouldn't this be great to do on electric unicycles? And evidently a lot of people thought it was, or enough people thought it was, that they actually held the event. There were two videos that I'm aware of, there's probably more, but there's two videos that I saw in relation to this. Sean did one. Sean was actually a participant in the race, and Mickey, I don't know if he originally was going to be a participant, but then just relegated himself to just photography or filming the event. But they were both there, but Sean was actually a participant. Now his video, he used a little bit more care in not showing how egregious some of the riding was and some of the dangerous situations that other individuals were put into as a result of the riding that was going on. He kind of sugarcoated a little bit, although there was a clip in there where someone almost got whacked by a car. Very close. I think it was Law, actually. And but Mickey chose to show just how horrific some of these close calls were. He had cameras on various riders, Turbo, Tarzan himself, and it showed some crazy stunts. And the thing I couldn't understand was it led, you know, you have the piece that you try to get someone's attention. The first 30 seconds of the video is Turbo bearing down on a full crosswalk of people and yelling for them to get out of the way. As he's doing it, you see a little girl get yanked out of the way by her parent, and a look of absolute fear on her face as he whipped by at, you know, I'm sure 40 miles an hour plus. And I don't know, man. I mean, the decision making shown there was just beyond my comprehension. Now, for years, New York City guys have said, hey, you know, this is New York City. This is the way people are. People are aggressive. People are aggressive in every way you can imagine in New York City. And yeah, we're well aware of that. Bike messengers or cyclists in general have been doing crazy stuff on the roads forever. But the thing that I think is lost in translation here is an electric unicycle is not a bike. An electric unicycle can go much faster than a bike. An electric unicycle weighs, you know, nowadays you have electric unicycles that weigh 80, 90, pushing 100 pounds. And an electric unicycle has the ability to continue rolling on its own like a torpedo even if the rider falls off of it, depending on the physics involved. It can just keep trucking along and smash into you know, a vehicle, a cyclist, a pedestrian. You don't know where it's going to go. So yeah, there are some differences. Just saying it's a one-for-one comparison to the bike messenger situation, I don't think is really all that accurate. When I saw the videos, I was surprised to see that they were sponsored by UCO and eWheels. Now, evidently, there was a lot of blowback as soon as this video was released, as you can imagine. Evidently, Jason from eWheels was not aware of exactly what was going to be involved in this race. He did not realize it was going to be basically kamikaze terrorist style riding. And once he saw it, he was pretty much disgusted with it. At least that's the impression I got. Asked to have his company name removed from the video. And UCO, I'm not really sure. I think Mickey said that UCO, actually, there was someone from UCO that participated or was at the event, so obviously they were okay with it, so I don't really get that, but whatever. And the video itself, I have never seen electric unicycle video get as many dislikes as quickly as this did. It was, last time I checked before it was removed, I don't know if Mickey removed it, if YouTube removed it, because I know a bunch of people reported the video, you know, because of the dangerous behavior that was shown in there. But it was getting like a 50-50 like versus dislike feedback there, which I have never seen with an EUC video before. So that was a first, but not a first that you really want to be proud of, I don't think. So anyways, guys, I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, it's not only was the decision making, in my opinion, very poor, but then once this was released into the wild, everything is just made worse by the reaction of some of these people that both participated or support this kind of riding. You know, if someone dared to say, "Hey, you know, this is really out of bounds. This, you know, this is where we draw the line. This is very reckless riding behavior." When someone did that, almost without question, one of these people involved in the event, or the ones that think it's okay, would lash out and start name calling. You know, instead of having a discussion about why this is not safe and why this is not good for the community as a whole, it's immediately like third grade insults, you know, mom jokes, personal insults immediately. There's no attempt to have any sort of discussion about it whatsoever, logical, intelligent discussion. It's just name calling. There is repeated instances of people being called cowards or weak, you know, because, hey, you know, you got to be manly to ride like this. Come on, really. I mean, we are not children, and it's unfortunate that you can't point out something like this without that kind of response being the immediate knee-jerk reaction. It made a horrible situation all that worse, in my opinion. So, like I said, it was pulled down. I don't know that any lessons were learned. If anything, if any lesson was learned, you know, because, you know, according to the New York City culture, and it's not everybody, you know, there's lots of responsible riders in New York City. Not everyone rides like that. Not everyone gets caught up in group ride dynamics, right? But I think the worst part of this was trying to glamorize it, trying to make it seem like it was a cool thing to ride in this aggressive, dangerous manner, endangering everyone around you. Like I said earlier, I thought it was like a terrorist riding technique where you basically don't care about anything or anybody around you. If they get hurt, they're collateral damage. I mean, what the hell? Come on. It's just, people also say, you know, and you heard repeatedly, this type of behavior, it will lead the way towards EUCs being restricted in states, communities, whatever, cities. And then the New York City guys say, "Hey, yeah, no, it'll never be banned," or you know, we ride past cops all the time. They don't give a shit. Well, the thing is, and I've seen this in the drone community because it went through a very similar situation. All it takes is a few really bad things to happen and to get media attention, and before you know it, Joe Blow from Idaho sees it, and it's a pile-on mentality. This place bans it, and it makes the news, and then other communities like, oh wow, yeah, look at this, look at what these EUC riders are doing. We're going to ban it. Another common defense is, oh well, they don't ban cars, they don't ban motorcycles. Well, there's millions of them. No, they're not going to ban them. EUCs are a much smaller segment, and it's much easier to restrict them. Much easier. So again, that is not a valid comparison in my book. So I mean, what good does this do me sitting here complaining about it? The people that have a care about safety or responsibility, they're going to agree with me. But the people that have clearly demonstrated that they don't give a shit about other people when they're riding this way, they're gonna shrug their shoulders and continue on, and that's just reality. Human beings have flaws, and some reflect and think about them. Some choose to just barrel straight ahead and not really care about what happens to others. So it's unfortunate, but it is true. So I mean, there's nothing that I said that I don't think anyone would not expect me to say. I thought it was reckless. I thought it was poor taste. I think that it's basically playing Russian roulette. And once that the bullet winds up in the chamber and serious injury happens from this kind of activity, we're all in trouble. And it's not just a selfish thing where, oh well, I just care about, I don't want to be restricted when I ride. No, I mean it's basic human decency, really, to me at least. Be respectful of others. It's not that hard. It doesn't throw a bucket of cold water on your fun. You can have plenty of fun without endangering other people on a regular basis. At least I can. Maybe that's part of the enjoyment for some of these riders, but I don't understand it. So that's it, guys. I was going to talk about we'll cut that out. Don't need to talk about that. So that's all I have. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. I find that mostly people that think along the lines that I do, that safety is actually important and responsible riding is actually important, will watch this video. People that won't. So, probably in the greater good, nothing really changes as a result of complaining about it. But I still wanted to put it out there because I think you need to identify bad behavior. Unlike some people, I don't like saying, that, hey, this, so-and-so is an idiot, this guy's a moron, this is, because that just drops into name calling. And I'm sure these individuals have lots and lots of great things about them, but I am critical of the decisions they are making when they are willingly and thoughtlessly putting other individuals at risk due to their choices. So that's all I have for now, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. I'm home getting my air conditioning replaced, or part of my air conditioning is getting replaced, so that's why I'm here. And can we just get away from the drama, guys? Let's get away from the drama. If you insist on riding that way, don't glamorize it. Don't put it out there like a badge of honor. Okay? Just don't. That's it. Duffman out.